I was listening to a person that was saying that time is a myth, and I completely do understand that. With that said, there's no such thing as you were a slave. A slave is a slave, and there's nothing in the past, and there's nothing that's coming in the future. There's only the constant of the now. With that said, selloutism is constant, and you'll hear a heavy dose of it in just a second. And I'll be explaining what you just heard and what you just listened to as you listen to this modern day Uncle Ruckus in Wilmington, North Carolina. But make no mistake, this is not just relegated to Wilmington, North Carolina. Without further ado, listen to this madness. Hold on just a second.
Is investigating after it learned an officer was given a racially insensitive trophy. Here's Jasmine Payou.
What does it mean to be black? Or according to this trophy, the whitest black guy in the office.
It means that you are not fitting into your own culture.
The trophy, reportedly given in jest, was awarded to a black male detective by his white supervisor, according to officials. It has been on display on the detective's desk since 2019.
It's unfortunate that this actually has been on the desk for almost 3 years now. And to finally see a picture of it and show something like that, it's just unacceptable.
Wilmington Council President Trippy Congo released a picture of the gold figure with a statement saying this is an example of the culture displayed within the department.
I understand that they're like family, but they're not. And for them to give that kind of award when they already know the tension between black and white officers.
Congo says the officers that brought this to his attention find it offensive, although the recipient reportedly doesn't mind. He says they felt emboldened to at least speak with him after a no-confidence vote in Chief Robert Tracy passed 6-4.
Hopefully one day they will feel comfortable enough to, to speak themselves, but for right now they're not. And that's I can't even put that into.
Okay, we can just stop right there. So you can see that what you allege to be a construct that occurred in slavery is pretty much still alive today. Look, black people at this point are complicit in their own slavery. As you can hear in that video, the guy didn't mind. So all these black men that you hear in this video that are kind of they're just saying what they're saying now because they got caught doing it. The award has been sitting there on that Negro's desk for the last 2 years. And it seems that with all intents and purposes that black people are not about the business of really trying to establish anything sovereign, separate, and independent for themselves. That the only thing that black people are trying to do is move into whatever positions white people will put them into and do whatever in the living hell white people tell them to do, and that is including carrying out random killings, racial genocide, and in general white suppression of black people, so that they won't have to do it and they can put a black face on everything. And this is true for nearly all of black leadership. You know, there's a man in, and I ain't going to tell off. I'll just say historically, Wilmington, North Carolina, allegedly is one of the places back in the late 1800s that was kind of like Tulsa. It was destroyed and the blacks were the majority and they were ran out of power by armed group of white men who came and took over the city. And over 100 years later, black men are working with the white men to suppress and enslave and depress and discriminate against their own black population. There is no future. There is no past. There is only the now. There is no such thing as looking back and saying that you were a slave. A slave is a slave is a slave is a slave. And I'll be explaining that on this channel. And the evidence that I bring you will be devastating. And like I said, that Negro accepted that award, and as you heard, he knew that it was on his desk. I'm out.